All right, that's it. Hi, good evening. I guess you can hear me fine. Let me check. Yes, my microphone is working. Good evening, everybody. How are you? Good, 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 good. Let me see. We are 3 minutes in. Let's see, just for a couple minutes, if somebody else joins us. Otherwise, we will have a nice meeting with all of you. And yeah, like I guess you can see me fine. Everything seems to be okay with the transmission. And the audio is fine.
Hey,
Rachel is waving.
can you hear me? Enzo?
You want to know if I can hear you. And no, I cannot hear you like that, unfortunately, because I have my, let's see. Now I will hear an echo if have you like, okay. Rachel, please stop causing trouble, okay? Let me
Here,
see if I can
I'll
send you
I'll
online.
mute
Okay, let me
myself
see.
now.
Okay, now
Oh my goodness, I'm on the
if
screen.
you can see even my screen, like like there is Zoom on my screen too, and I believe that the audio goes to the social network platforms too. But we will verify this. We're just testing, and again, I want to say good evening, everybody. Good evening, Christian RJ. Welcome. Sorry if I'm making preferences here, but we are talking on my brother and sister-in-law, and I have just one of each. So, like I feel pretty an important occasion. Kelly, good evening. Lynn, Becky, and Bill, and Rachel, of course, and Becca, Butch, William, and Heather, and Cheryl. Good evening, everybody. So I hope that like December is half already gone. It's a very strange December, I must say. Like I have that sense of happiness inside myself because it's Christmas time, but at the same time, like it's very difficult to feel it as we know it, like as we always did in the past years. So, to make it a little more, Christmassy, tonight we're gonna try only bubbles. We have a few wines. We have the Prosecco from Romeo, and then we have the Santa Lucia Franciacorta. Very excited about that. And then we have the Ombra, the Rosé of Pinot Noir. Then we have the Bolle di Borro, which is a champagne method sparkling rosé from Il Borro Winery. Then we will have the Curatoria Emiliana Lambrusco, which is a sparkling, very close to be completely dry as a wine. And then to close, we close with Cascina Garitina, which is my favorite sweet wine. I would say ever. Like I can't remember last time I found like a sweet, easy, fun wine like Cascina Garitina. I'm still admitting some friends. I hope you don't mind. Julie, good evening, Julie. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, so where do we start first this week? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. We can close this. And voila, we were saying that tonight, sorry, things are not updating. Here we go. I do not understand what is going on and why is my screen updating and yours is not. Anyway, we have a little station, a couple more stations we prepared, like to make our tasting experience a little better. We will have, next year I took notes because I want to share this with you. But what we are trying to do is basically to do for the first 6 months of 2021, so 22 weeks roughly, we wanted to do tastings with 50 plus wines, okay? 2 tasting dinners that you're gonna receive at home with the wines and all of that. 6 meet the winemakers events, and each person that basically signs up to this club gets also a 1+1 ticket to our grand tasting, which hopefully will be in June next year. I believe that by June we will be in a good shape, and we can have successful gatherings. If that is not the case, we will move it according to what is going to be the thing. But this is basically what we want to put in the package to make 22 appointments next year, and to basically discover 50 plus wines, to meet 6 winemakers. The grand tasting will be something where you will taste something like 200 plus wines from Italy and France mostly. So, it's something really unbelievable. And we are putting it together in a very special way, to propose it to our friends first, because of course, this is completely new, and we are trying to do something that is interesting in the meantime, that we cannot really do things in person. Okay, so let's get to the wines. Okay, let me get to this station. Okay, I will be with you in spirit, but you will not see me for a second. And here we go. I take this bottle away, and I have prepared here. And voila, we have a bunch of bubbles tonight, which is fantastic. So here we go. This is the first one, which is the Romeo Prosecco. The Romeo is made by Caviro. Caviro is the leading producer of wine in Italy. Caviro is the organization that has under its hat the biggest number of wine producers all around the country, and they manage to have access to grapes, like no one else. It's a little bit like Moet Chandon and what they do in France. Like, they basically have access to all the grapes around, in the Champagne area, and they always manage to make a great product because they always have access to pretty much anything that is available. It's the same story for this brand in Italy, for Caviro. And Caviro, I like it a lot. I'm not sure if tonight let's see if this, no, this is tonight, tonight the only thing that I can show you from this screen will be just me. So imagine that, an entire night just looking at me on the screen. Now, I know that Rachel distributed a few of these samples, and I'm pouring myself some. And this way it's going to take me at least 4 years. We're going to celebrate New Year's Eve right here, because my wife put a slow pourer on front of the bottle, and this is taking forever.
Can you hear me?
All right, let's say that this is enough. Okay, so we tasted this wine before. It's a fantastic wine, especially because of the quality to price ratio. It's a wine that you can drink across the entire meal, especially in the holidays. But, sometimes you prefer some reds with some tastier food. And rather than in those instances, for any other thing, like the Prosecco is very famous, and I would say that is the most. What is going on? And you can do it too. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we had a live scenario that happened. Rachel is basically following the event from her mobile, and I don't know why she, also if she's the co-host of the event, she couldn't meet some other friends that were waiting. So now our friends are online. Good evening, Lara. It's a pleasure to see you online. And Tamara, good evening. And yeah, so we are trying the Prosecco, the Romeo Caviro Prosecco, which is a wine made 100% from Glera grapes, and it's fantastic because like it's very very complex, to be how to define this wine. If I think of the price, I will think of like a low tier type of wine, because I will tell you the offer, but this is a wine that like retails for around $16.99, $17, and Proseccos are mass-produced wines in most of the cases, and I must say that in many, many, many cases, I tried Prosecco that really leave you an unpleasant feeling with the finishing of the wine. This Prosecco doesn't have that, and it started from the nose. The nose is, the orange and a lemon with like, citrus zest, like type of like nose. The color, of course, like is pale yellow, like fantastic. And the thing that you want to notice with this Prosecco is the perlage, the little pearls, like the bubbles. Okay, the bubbles like are really small to be a low tier type of wine. And the rule of perlage says that the smaller the pearls, the better the sparkling. So we have a wine here that, let me show you, let me see if I can do some magic here and show you the offer that we are running on this Prosecco, because it's really unbelievable. Let me see, we have it here. I can activate it and run it on the screen like this. No, of course it's not gonna work. Here we go. This is the offer that we have on the Prosecco. Basically, yeah, it's when you buy 2 cases, like it comes for $9.99, and you can share it within the family, like, and I always say that if Rachel and myself, we can drink like 3 bottles of this without any problem at dinner. I believe that if the gathering is a little larger, like, you can just, pop a case without any problem. But yeah, like fresh, aromatic, very pleasant, like fine bubbles, and a fantastic price point. So this is Romeo Prosecco. I just want to give you the label view once again so that you can see it while I taste it. Ah, very, very, very nice. So what do you think of this new camera view? Like, give me some thumbs up if you like the camera view that shows you the label. Do you like it, Butch? Do you like it, Becky? Bill? Nice, everybody. I like that.
Enzo,
That is just like,
Enzo,
a
can you hear
little
me?
thing, but next year, like, we should be
Can
able
anybody
to
hear me?
cook too while,
Okay.
you can hear Rachel too. Rachel is
Enzo, can you
hijacking my
hear me?
show. Yeah, again, she's doing it.
Can you hear me?
Rach, we can hear you. I don't believe Enzo can.
Let me
Enzo
see. Let me see.
can't. No.
No.
No. That's what I'm like. Let's see here. He was. Let me. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you come
Right.
in and you take over the video when you speak. It'll like
Right.
supersede him.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, okay. Unfortunately, I have to mute the speakers when that's why I couldn't hear you. But yeah, like, I hope everything is okay. And please stop hijacking my show, okay? All right, so let's move to the second wine tonight. The second wine that we try tonight is gonna be a ghost wine. Unfortunately, this wine is not yet arrived in stock. It's the Franciacorta, the Franciacorta Brut from Santa Lucia, which is a fantastic wine. And the Franciacorta, the difference between the Franciacorta and the Prosecco is that the Franciacorta is, a classic method where, the bubbles are created by a double fermentation in the bottle, while the Prosecco is made by, fermenting. The second fermentation is made in tanks, and so, the quality of the perlage of the little bubble is different, okay? So that is the main difference. Unfortunately, I actually maybe gonna be able to show you a picture of this of the wine, maybe, and it is anyway. Like I can give you a description, like, of the palate. Is basically a balanced taste with a very good persistence and elegance, because of, like, the type of method used, which is, again, like, it's not just pumping gas in the wine, but it is done by double fermenting the wine. So really, really amazing perlage. And because it's done with using the method of aging on the lees, there is also this fresh dough, like on the nose, together with the floral and the delicately fruity hint. And yeah, fantastic wine is gonna be available soon, not for a couple of days, but we can deliver the Franciacorta Santa Lucia as soon as next Monday, in case somebody is already knows about the Franciacorta, because it's one of the most famous Italian wines. Is just straight bubbles, high quality. Is the how can I say? Is the Italian answer to champagne. Like, that's what Franciacorta is. Like, when you say champagne, you say a starting price point or like $45. You say Franciacorta, you say a starting price point or like 27. And I hope that I didn't lose my headphones this time. I heard yes. Okay. So this was the second wine, and then we go back to the wines that we fortunately have. And tonight we're gonna taste another fantastic wine that we are going to taste tonight is the Ombra Rosé, right? Okay, here we go. I have the bottle here, and to show it better, oh, I see Becky like showing the little sample, but I will put the bottle on the little round plate so that we can show it to you. Okay, now the Ombra Rosé of Pinot Noir is one of those wines that when my wife and I we tried it the first time, we it gave us the wow effect. Like, you try something for the first time and you just feel like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And yeah, that is the effect that Ombra Prosecco gave us. And what can can I say about this wine? First, I want to ask my wife if she had samples of this and if she had any open bottle. No open bottle? Oh, so I'm so sorry, but I'm about to open a bottle. We got to sacrifice ourselves tonight. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing a live sacrifice online here on Zoom and everywhere else on the internet. I'm opening the wrong bottle. So good thing that I actually looked at it. And voila. The only bottle that we have available here in the cellar is this one. So I will pour myself a little glass and then put the bottle back on the round plate and voila. And voila. Let me put the bottle back so that you can see it too. Here we go. Oh, this is really a fantastic wine. It's, as I said, is a Prosecco method. So, as you know, the other one that we tried first, the Romeo, also this one has really, really tiny bubbles. When we pick a Prosecco style type of wine, we always make sure to select the producers that do the best job possible. So with the Righteous portfolio, you can be always sure that, like, we only have, I think, 7, 8 different sparkling wines on the portfolio. And the reason is very simple. Like, the quality that we want is not easy to find in the sparkling wines, especially when, you know, we like to offer a very competitive price point. So this is one of those, okay? This is like, you know, Prosecco made of Pinot Noir grapes. The color is a delicate pale pink, you know, peaches straight away on the nose, apricot, peaches, apricot, and now a little bit red currant too, you know. As I said, very, very fine, delicate bubbles, very, very delicate bubbles. Very dry, very refreshing, like absolutely stunning. This is really a beautiful, beautiful sparkling rosé wine. Okay, and what you can pair this with: cured meats, appetizers of any kind, roasted turkey or chicken. Like this, you know, this would do the job. But really, this is a wine that, you know, is really enjoyable all day long. And if you are like us, like wine drinkers, this is really nice, even as an aperitivo, like pre-lunch, you know, type of thing. In general, like, you know, during the year. And yeah, like this was the fantastic Prosecco Pinot Noir from Ombra. And now what I would like to do is to show you our offer on it. Okay, this is still the offer that we have on the Prosecco, just to remind you, because it's absolutely incredible. And now for the Ombra Rosé, Ombra Rosé, and voila, this is the offer that we have. Dun, 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 dun. $16.99. Like, you know, even if you want to pack 3 bottles, like, it's really a no-brainer. And you can have a fantastic alternative for you, for your family, guests, like, you know, in the next few days, as well as a really fantastic friend for where you want to have a glass of wine after work you know, like very nice, pleasant, refreshing, you know. And I like to drink my reds mostly with dinner, like with food. But if I'm drinking without food, I would drink bubbles 9 out of 10 times. This would be like 50% of it. So really, really fantastic wine, and you know, like a great offer, quality wine, bubbles, fantastic. So what do we have next? We have Enzo drinking more, which, you know, Rachel, it makes Rachel always very happy when I drink. But yes, salute, salute a tutti quanti. Oh, let me see, let me see. I need to ask your help 1 second and see if Rachel, for instance, can tell us something, because I want to see if we are actually sending the video and what you say also on the social media platform. So, Rachel, if you can please take the scene for a few seconds, and maybe you want to tell us what you think about the rosé from Ombra, because I know you are a big fan of this wine.
Okay, is it gonna work? Am I on? I'm unmuted. It doesn't look like it's working, and that my screen is. It is? Everybody's saying yes. Okay, because I'm not highlighted. It's kind of like strange. It's not showing me highlighted. But yeah, anywho, oh, there I am. Here I am. Okay. Very strange to see myself on like 3 or 4 different screens. So yeah, this is the Ombra. We didn't include this one in the sample pack because we have so many other ones to try, but we did want to make a special mention and speak about it a little bit because it is one of those really approachable bubbles. I think it's really quite lovely for the price. A Pinot Noir sparkler, super dry, brut, as Enzo mentioned. And this is one that I always really I gravitate towards. Bubbles, somehow bubbles just make everything better, and I am a big bubble lover. And it can turn my frown upside down. And so the Ombra sparkling rosé of Pinot Noir is one of those wines. So it's fantastic. And these are estate grown grapes, small production. This is in only a few markets, like I think maybe a couple states. So not highly available, and really a deal to be able to get something of this quality and caliber at this price. Enjoy. And then up next ends, we have I did sample the Il Borro Bole, just so you know. That's the rosé.
But I believe that you did the Lambrusco too, right?
Correct. Can you hear me? Ends, we lost audio on you.
Which one do we have next?
Well, up next is well, we have the Il Borro Bole di Burro. We also have the Lambrusco as well as the Bracchetto. So those are the 3 samples left.
Okay, so da, da, da. So she hijacked my show again, guys. Like, I cannot believe it. She did it again. She did it again. I cannot believe. She almost tried to change my lineup, like the way we have to drink it tonight. I cannot believe that.
Well,
So, I was thinking that before going to the Lambrusco, yes, we would go to the Sangiovese. And let me put here this fantastic bottle of Bolle di Burro. Now, here we have a fantastic bottle of wine that is made in a fantastic estate in Tuscany. Now, most of our friends, they know Il Borro because I represent it in the eastern regions of the United States, and Rachel distributes the brand since 2018 in Pennsylvania, and we had the opportunity to share the wines from this estate multiple times. Let me change the view. Just let's send a little bit the offer on the rosé again of Pinot Noir. And then let's give to you, here we have the label of the Bolle di Borro. Why is this wine special? Number one, it stays for 5 years on the lees. This is a vintage champagne method, classic method, rosé of Sangiovese. It's made only in the best vintages, the vintages that give great, suitable for sparkling wines, which require a higher acidity in the grape juice. Very important in sparkling wine. And is aged for 5 years on the lees. It comes from an estate where everything is done organically. Actually, most of the methods are looking at biodynamic farming, and really maximum care. And there are only 600 bottles coming to the United States. So, if you think, let's put it this way, $60, maybe a few bucks more, you buy Moet Chandon, Ruinart, and I'm missing one, Vieux Clicquot, Rosé, mass-produced. Here, look what my crazy wife is capable of doing. I just want to say that, sometimes she's really crazy about these offers that she does. So let me check, if I think that if any winemaker is looking at this right now, they will definitely not like it. This is the offer that he has on a single bottle of this wine. And a single bottle, because her husband is an amazing guy from Italy, and he does things so well, and she's such a lucky woman, and really, really blessed woman because of this husband that she found herself. His name is Enzo. So I show you what Enzo has for you, okay? So I asked Il Borro to send the single bottle package of the Bolle di Borro, which is this fantastic little box, okay, that comes with one bottle of Bolle di Borro inside. If you have to make, even for friends, some, presents at, just wines, this is one of those things that are really prestigious, not mass produced. I told you, only 600 bottles coming to the United States every year, every vintage when they produce it. And that is really wow. That is a wow type of discount, I must say. So $57.89. These boxes, there are only a bunch, of course, because imagine if only 600 bottles came to the United States, imagine how many boxes they sent to Pennsylvania. 2. No, I'm kidding. We have about 20 of these boxes. So at least for our friends, we should be fine in case somebody, needs it. Let Rachel know, and we will be very, very happy to help. Okay? Now, let me put this box away. And let me get to the wine, because Rachel and I, we have discussions about these wines all the time. She really loves a different vintage than I do, because I must say that vintage, the 2012, was really different. But that was because of the vintage. The 2013 reflects more what in a sparkling wine you should see, which is that bright acidity and freshness. Like really, really important in a sparkling. Okay? So let's see what else we can tell you about the Bolle di Borro. First, like he has a unique onion skin pink type of color. Like it's not, a typical color that you see in rosé wine. So that's the first thing. There is this brilliant old roses smell, like, and you can smell the persistent perlage, the bubbles that like are still going, and there is that fresh dough type of, hints which are given by the aging on the lees for all that long. And one thing that you want to know about this wine is that this is a sparkling that you can keep. Like you can keep it in the cellar. You can keep it, like in the basement. As long as the temperature is constant or oscillation around 2-3 degrees, like, that's fine. You can keep a bottle of this wine for a long time. I suggest, until 2030 without any problem. Like some that I saved for myself for the 2012, I would keep like, even a couple years longer. But yes, this is, that type of champagne method, classic method wine. We shouldn't call it champagne because it doesn't come from France. And I thank God for that because I like Sangiovese. So this is a rosé made 100% of the grapes of Sangiovese, which is the king grape of Italy. Now, imagine, the king grape of Italy from Italy, where, it's a known fact that people prefer Italian wines to all the others, especially for quality to price ratio type of thing. And, this is a fantastic example of knowledge of the winemaking, of the terroir philosophy, the biodynamic practices, the state-of-art winery behind it, the nice package which come with this like it's like a bronze type of color, which is like kind of unique and reflects the color of the wine itself. So like really, really, really nice. Food pairings for this wine. Food pairings for this are like really, I would want to say really, relatively easy. It's a Sangiovese. So, tomato, like a splash of tomato, like a little tomato, a tomato bruschetta, a tomato bisque, a pizza that comes with tomato sauce. You call it. It's gonna go with this wine because it's a Sangiovese, and that's what Sangiovese does. Bolognese sauce, this wine, go for it. Like treat yourself to a fantastic pairing experience. Sangiovese bubbles and a Bolognese sauce. Like, wow, guys, really, really wow. Seafood and fish, like, 7 fishes dinner. This is one of the wines that we will have here in our family, 100%. I saved myself already a case of this since my wife gave that fantastic offer. I was like, okay, grab one, Enzo, like while Rachel is crazy. And yeah, so I really suggest you, like, to save a bottle or two on the side for a special occasion or for that special Bolognese moment, that you want to have. Like, seriously, like a date night, Rachel and myself would be Bolognese, tagliatelle Bolognese and a bottle of this, like, we did it before, Rachel, didn't we? Okay, she does want to call. Does want to help. Like, not helpful. Not helpful at all.
So wait, I'm happy to talk. Can you hear me? Enza, you can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So we've had this. I don't want to say multiple times because no, maybe like a couple times. So when we're in Italy, because Enzo's family is from Italy, we have had over there on multiple occasions. They do this linguine with astice, which is like a lobster linguine, and we've tried this in various places in Naples and in Capri and everything, and it's like totally um, approachable pricing there. But we've actually made it at home, so you can grab a few lobster tails, tomato, olive oil. You're kind of cooking it, garlic, cook it all in a pot, and linguine, and then this bolle di burro. I mean, that's like a beautiful, beautiful dish for Feast of the Seven Fishes, or if it's Valentine's Day, or if you're just really you need something special. This is really the perfect sparkler for um, that meal and that occasion. So, cheers.
Okay, that's it. I cut your audio now. Like, you cannot talk anymore. All right. What else? Oh, first, oh, you back. I got Rachel for all of you again. I don't know why, like, the screen is not going back to mine. Here we go. All right. So, there are a couple of things that we are doing regarding always this preparation for next year events. And one of those is to basically prepare this weekly appointment in the best way possible to really make it, like an enjoyable, and like we are really trying to make it as close as possible as a short TV show kind of thing, with the drinking, the wine tasting included, and yeah, like many things like this little frame that you see around the video that like is animated. Like there are so many animated things that are coming soon with Righteous and Wine Wednesdays. And another thing that I want to try with you is the little music background. I have some music background ready for you. Ooh. Can you hear it? Can you all hear it? Too low? Maybe it's a little too low. A little too low. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, we have also this. Grazie, 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 grazie. So, let's go next to the next wine, okay? Next wine, we try an Italian classic, the Lambrusco. Okay, Lambrusco is one of the first wines that I tried, in my life. I was really, really young, and in my life, it means my life outside my family home, because that is a different life regarding the drinking in Italy. Like you start drinking, like really, they try to give you wine, your family, not your parents, but your uncles, your aunties, like your cousins. They try to give you wine since you are like 3 years old, like they go like, okay, let's get the baby drunk. Let's get the baby drunk. They do this kind of things. Unfortunately, it's Italians. But I also have to say about my people that alcohol problems almost don't exist in my country compared to other countries. So I understand that there are a lot of, I don't know, like, problems when it comes to drinking and aging and stuff, but I come from a country where there are not many problems from alcohol consumption, especially because people are aware, people know drinking, and I think it makes them like manage it a little better. But this is just an idea. Let's go to the Lambrusco, okay? We want to drink some Lambrusco. Let's go. Curatoria Emiliana. Same thing, you know, like you can go and find yourself a Lambrusco. If you go to the state store, there are a couple of Lambrusco that you can buy. And if everything goes according to my idea, you're gonna hate Lambrusco and never try it again. Because it's so mass-produced that seriously, you cannot really feel what Lambrusco is supposed to be. This Lambrusco, like, I love Rachel's company name because it makes perfect sense. The reason why this wine is on Righteous portfolio is because the wine is the righteous one. Period. Like, this Lambrusco is made by Curatoria Emiliana, which is the association where Lambrusco comes from that makes the Lambrusco. So this is made as Lambrusco is supposed to be made. Okay? It's like Prosecco. The first fermentation, happens for the alcohol, and then the second fermentation happens in a big steel tank because, like, it's easier to manage. And Lambrusco is a wine that, we produce a lot of it. Like, it's not, a wine that you can find in small batches. Like that is no Lambrusco. Maybe somebody that really does it for himself back in my country. But the typical things that you see in Lambrusco, the color, the first thing, there is this vivid ruby red color that comes from, choosing the late harvest, and I think it's called pigmentation of the grape skin that gives more color and gives this live, ruby red color. The nose is fantastic. It's vinous, like vinoso. I don't know, like, if I can pronounce this word right in English. Vinoso, vinous, and he has this intense and distinctive fruity, nose that is the Lambrusco. It's really like no other wines that I can remember that have this nose. This is the Lambrusco. It's Lambrusco made with the Salamino di Santa Croce, which is this grape, which, is famous for the Lambrusco production, which is really, it's really made that, it's just like from this region, from Emilia-Romagna. I never heard any other wine made with the Salamino di Santa Croce but the Lambrusco. And what else can we say? The palate. Let's try the Lambrusco, because when you smell it, you feel like you are about to drink a sweet wine. You smell it and you think, all right, this is gonna be like, a glass of sugar. And then you try it, and you discover a lot of things. You discover a very light sweetness, very light and pleasant sweetness, which is mixed, balanced with the freshness of the acidity. And it really, like, the entire thing becomes so harmonious that it's really, really pleasant. There is no bitterness, but there is, like, this texture, like, given by the tannin of the red grape, and it's really, really smooth, really, really smooth. The sweetness, like, goes away after a few seconds in your mouth because it's really a hint, and then it stays almost like, what is going on, Rachel?
Enzo, it's all good. We just had somebody that had to leave the chat. They were saying goodbye. I was waving goodbye. It's all good.
Rachel, my wife keeps hijacking the show, guys. I need to do something for this. I need to do something. I don't know what am I going to do, but I need to do something. Anyway, the Lambrusco, just to add one more thing about it, it's perfect for things like pizza, pasta in general, roast, ham, and this is the wine that comes from the Bologna area. So guess what would be really, really good with this wine? Nice bolognese. Nice bolognese sauce, like, would be really a perfect pairing for this. Or, you know, like things with tomatoes in general, cured meats, and semi-fresh cheeses. I'm not even sure if that's the right way to say it in English. But cheeses of, like, middle age, like no things that are too fresh, no things that are too aged. Like, those would be, like, my choices for this one. And another thing that you want to do, you want to serve this at a temperature of like 12 degrees Celsius, which, if I'm not wrong, should be around 54 Fahrenheit. So relatively chilled, which makes it really, really pleasant. And during the winter, fantastic. But during the summer, this is a dangerous wine, I'm telling you, because it's so pleasant, so easy drinking. Really, really fantastic balance between the acidity and the hint of sweetness. Fantastic. Now, even more fantastic is the crazy offer that Righteous does on this Lambrusco, which I'm about to put on the screen for you. Here we go. And dun, 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 dun. No, that is definitely not the price of the Lambrusco. And we might have lost the price of the Lambrusco. Anyway, I can tell you that the Lambrusco comes for... Dun, dun, dun. Rachel, maybe you can take the scene because I'm not finding the right price. It's $13.99, correct, Rachel? $13.99 is the offer on this Lambrusco, and there is minimum order for this. Yes, 3 bottles, I think. Minimum order, 3 bottles, yes. So $13.99, 3 bottles, fantastic Lambrusco, very, very pleasant, clean, really good pairing with everything that comes from Modena area. So cured meat, bolognese, tortellini, ravioli, like, everything, all the good stuff, food, fresh pasta that comes from Italy basically comes from that area. And that's why Lambrusco, was made for it. Yeah, that will be it for the Lambrusco. And then we can move to my only sweet love in the world, which is the Niades from Cascina Garitina. Okay, let me grab this one first. I really cannot avoid to finish the Lambrusco because it's really fantastic. So, salute a tutti. Fantastic. And now, here we go. Cascina Garitina, Niades. The camera likes me so much that would never focus on anything rather than my face. Here we go. Niades of Cascina Garitina. Now, this is the wine that most of the Italians try first. When you are richer, like 4 years old, and it's Christmas time, it's these days, and your family, and I have a huge family, guys. I have 65 first cousins. So my father, 14, he has 13, he used to have 13 siblings, seven girls, 7 boys, and my mother 9, 7 girls, 2 boys. So these days of my childhood were filled with family coming to visit, and those cousins or uncles that would try to deviate your life. How? By coming to you with a bottle of Bracchetto. Sweet, low alcohol, almost like a juice, almost like grape juice. When you say like grape juice, this is much better than grape juice, because in grape juice you find a lot of sugar added. Here the sugar is given exclusively by the grapes, and that's what makes this type of sweet wine so special. Because when you add sugar to a sweet wine, it's really giving something that is gonna stand out as an add-on to the product, to the element. You can feel, if you do a side by side of a sweet non-sugar and sweet sugar type of product, from that point onward, you will always know when you try something that has sugar, because it's so clear. The difference is so clear, and you will dislike it, I'm telling you. This, you don't know what it is, you don't know how it's made, you're just gonna feel like, I like this, and I don't like sweet wine. This is what you're gonna say. Like, I don't like sweet, I'm not a sweet wine person, but this is nice. Like, this is the type of reactions that you have to this wine. Unless you know it already, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, that one, give me a glass. That's, either or. And I know that some of my friends, like even online, they feel like, that way. But yeah, like, what else can we say, okay, about this wine? What else can we say about the Cascina Garita? The color, I think that is a very, distinguished color. It has its own red, but I will classify it in the bright ruby red, type of wines, color. And the nose, which is very interesting, because it's really clear roses type of nose. It's like no other products I smelled in my life. Rose. And then, you can feel hints of other flowers, I feel like the violets, and really variation of the colors of the flowers, but like the roses, and then you go to a little bit more toward purple with the violet, and maybe you go more toward some pinkish type of flowers. There are these slight oscillations from the rose's main character, and then I would say the skin of the plum. That's what I smell, like the skin of the plum. Yeah, fantastic. Really, really like no other wines I know, to be honest with you. Unique, fantastic, really good with desserts, of course. But because the sugar is not added, you can experiment and try this wine with food, and you will be surprised. Try and drink this wine with pizza and see what it feels like. It's outstanding. Absolutely. I prefer my Sangiovese, or some other choices from the south for the pizza. But when I tried this, I was shocked, because I couldn't say that it was not a good pairing. It was fantastic. So please experiment. And we have here, we should be able to send an offer on the screen. And all these programmers, doing their jobs and changing things, hopefully soon we're gonna have everything ready. But yeah, this is the offer for Cascina Garita. Look at that. Save on 6 bottles. You pay $14.59 a bottle. And This is a very easy, like 6 bottles of these are very easy to drink. Like, it's really easy to finish a bottle of Niades, especially during the holidays. Just make sure that, you send your kids to sleep before, Uncle Jeff comes and you want to, give them bracchetto, I'm sure that you don't do those things in America. You are serious people. You are not like Italians. So I'm sure that you don't do those things to children. But yeah, bracchetto, cheers. And one thing that you want with bracchetto, look at this. This is Walmart. Walmart, okay? Like, oh, America, look. I tried this from Walmart. And to be honest with you, with this, cheers. For real, this is how we do it in Italy. And voila. So, once again, salute. And I believe that we are, as usual, late, because an Italian doesn't do something if he doesn't make it late. And I believe that we are done. Rachel wants to tell us something. Let's see what Rachel wants to tell us.
Uh-oh, I like get myself in trouble. Am I on the screen? No. Okay, they can hear me. No, just that I was excited, Becky. I don't think you noticed, Enzo, that Becky and Bill, look, they have their panettone. Do you see it? That looks like legit. Super legit. Where'd you get that? Becky, can you comment? Unmute yourself. Here, let me see if I can unmute you. No, I can't. You have to do it.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
You won't believe it. Costco.
Okay.
So, and it's a big one. It's like 35 ounces. It's a big one.
Yeah, it looks massive.
Oh, it's good too. It's so good.
Actually, we've gotten them.
We
They
got
have them
2 of
every year, and we get them every year up there. They're really good.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. So try it with the bracchetto. That's Enzo's
Oh, yeah.
recommendation.
We will, because we love the bracchetto.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so I'm trying to, here we go. I'm back. Oh, so yes, I don't want to take more of your time because, to be honest with you, there is the snow outside and I don't have, much going on tonight. I see Mario Scorta has liked the stream. Mario is a childhood friend of mine who's now it's like 4 o'clock in the morning in Italy. I believe that Mario works with trucks or something like that, and he must be going to work. And it's like, just checking Facebook. And it's like in our stream in Italy. Mario, ti voglio bene, ciao. So yes, I have friends called Mario, for real. Yes. All right then. I just want to say thank you one more time. And, it's really, I wish I knew English better only when it comes to say thank you, because I really feel like there are no words that I know of to say how much I appreciate your support. And slowly, Righteous is creating an online retail store of wine, and that's thanks to you. And really, count on me for anything. I can sing songs during family parties. I can do anything for you. Thank you. Thank you so much again. And I'll see you next week for the Christmas edition. And hopefully, I will be able to do something for you because, I have a little something that I would like to send out. But I don't know if we will be able to, go and see everybody. Maybe some of you are going to be more easy to reach than others. But I have a little something for all of you. And I look forward to see you next week. I wish you a fantastic rest of your week. And cheers. Salute. Okay? Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.